You're my everything. I got you under my skin. Yeah. You are a bad, bad man. Care about no one else but you under your skin.
Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, my name is Desiree and I'm a licensed realtor in California. Today I'm especially excited because I get to do another Realtor Reacts to video for one of my favorite YouTubers, James Charles. The full video link will be in the description if you want to see every detail. And make sure you give this video a thumbs up before we get started.
Hi sisters, James Charles here and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Now if you'll notice, we are not exactly in our normal filming location. I am currently at my front door.
So I'm gonna pause really quickly off top. Sister James is just so good at being on brand. Everything about him is so professional and just like, I live for everything he does. If you don't know, his brand is black and white, but his door is black, his walls are white, his jacket's white, his shirt is black. I'm really expecting everything in this house to be black and white, and it's so on brand for him. I love it. The commitment is real. And aside from that, like if he ever decided to sell this house, which I'm not sure if he purchased it, like Nikki and Gabby's video either, it's very, very neutral. A woman can go in there and love it. A man can go in there and love it. So marketable to anyone. Let's see what else he's got.
That is because for today's brand new video, we are doing the one thing that you guys have been requesting for literal months, and that is the finished house tour. So walking in to the front door of the sister sanctuary, we have a big open kind of like formal foyer, which I really, really love. You can basically open the front door and see all the way out to the backyard, which is like probably my favorite part of the entire house.
So I did watch the Mr. Kate video. If you follow me as well, you do know that Mr. Kate redesigned my home space as well. She designed the space behind James Charles at the moment, so I know the details, and I know I'm not sure if he wasn't allowed to paint or he did not want anyone to paint the walls, but I like the fact that all of the walls are white and untouched.
And it makes everything feel so connected. On the first wall of the house, we put a beautiful, huge kind of circle mirror, so when you walk in, you can check yourself, make sure you look beautiful, or if you're heading out for the day, you can quickly pop right back into the mirror and see if you still look sister snatch, which of course we do. It is my job. But as you
so I know there's so many other things going on, but I actually noticed the walls. So if we zoom into his wall, we notice that he has wall paneling. You can do this with paint, and you can actually, the more expensive, higher end design does actually put paneling on the wall to separate and like give the wall some dimension, some texture. And if especially you have really, really high ceilings, which I'm pretty sure he does, it kind of breaks it up so it just doesn't look so plain. It gives it more style to the home, and he has that. And if you want to do that, you can, without like breaking the bank, you can do that with paint, different colors to break up the wall space. So I love that.
When you walk in, and it is this beautiful formal living room that was actually completely styled by Mr. Kate and Joey. This was like the surprise room that they do for their little series. Oh my god, we're coming over. Favorite series literally in the entire world here on YouTube.
If you look at his window treatments, he doesn't have shutters, which could actually feel a little bit more homey and family style. He has a roller blind, and they do sell these at IKEA. I don't see any curtains. I'm loving every part of this. It's so on trend.
They basically locked off this entire room and decided to
pause. Okay, if you notice again, the walls can be very, very boring if you have everything white. So and it's a huge house. The fact that he has the brick and the horizontal panels, it's giving the space texture, design, keeping everything white but still giving it style. And again, the brick is so trendy. It's so hipster cool of him to do it. I love the white brick.
Highlight for me, when I first moved in and started decorating the house, this was literally the only room that I had absolutely no idea what to do with it. I know I kind of wanted it to be like a formal living space for when you first walk in, because I feel like that's how a lot of houses are, I guess. But I wanted to give it to the hands of Kate and Joey, who I absolutely trusted, and I trusted them for the right reason, because this room literally looks so beyond beautiful. I feel like it is the perfect entryway into the sister sanctuary. To the next room of the house, we have the dining room, which I am so beyond excited to actually have in this house. Obviously, the center of this room is this huge table that we got from IKEA.
Now we can actually see that brick wall, and yes, I can't yet tell if it's a real brick wall, but I doubt that that's the way it was constructed. If you follow James, he kind of brought a little bit of his old loft in downtown LA where he was previously living. I know he had brick walls there, and he said he wanted to paint those brick walls white, but the owner didn't let him do it. So he got to bring a little bit of his old place into his new home, brings in different styles together, like the industrial vibe together with the farmhouse, modern, contemporary, all of these different things infused together, but just complementing each other so well.
I really like this table because it is so large and big and beefy and can fit so.
Okay, so I just said farmhouse because he had that wood oak table, which is usually farmhouse vibes, and he had the bench, which is usually farmhouse vibes, but confirmed he loves a little bit of the farmhouse because he has that sliding barn door behind him. Now those are super on trend, like everyone wants to do that. If you can DIY it, I recommend you do it because it's just everyone's obsessed with it right now. And he did keep that door, it looks like a wood, but he stained it probably, or bought it that way, in a darker finish where it looks almost black.
Many people. When we first moved in, I really did not think that I was going to keep this because of the fact that this color of this wood is so similar to the color of the wood floors. But Mr. Kate suggested that we get a really cute carpet to kind of separate the two, and I really like how it turned out. We also got a farmhouse style dining chair set from Living Spaces, which I really like how it pulled it all together, and of course a black bench over there as well for some more sister seating if we have a lot of people to kind of squeeze in. I honestly cannot remember where this light is from, but I do know that it is way cuter than the one that was there before, so I'm very excited about this little switch out. I think it really brought the whole room together and kind of continues the whole modern contemporary farmhouse vibe that we have going on. Moving on to the next room, as you guys can see, we have this really large open entry area, which I absolutely love. The ceilings in this house are so high up, and because of the fact that we have these railings and balcony up here, I can sing for a real one, and it echoes so nicely around the house. One of my favorite pastimes.
That light fixture is very farmhouse. The round, like iron.
Backwards, this is what is called a mudroom, which apparently is not common in California houses for some reason. The house that I grew up in upstate New York with my mom and dad and brother, obviously, did have an entire room dedicated to being a mudroom where we just like left our shoes and clothes.
So I love his little mud nook area, mudroom area. I'm surprised that it's gray because everything in there is so black and white. He even made a mudroom look modernly chic. It's typically like family style farmhouse. So I love that it's in here.
Just like orchids. And for some reason, just having this here just feels very nostalgic, and it's like a piece of home back here. I don't know why this area is just like kind of weirdly special to me, even though we literally just take our shoes off here, but it's the first thing you see when you come in from the garage, and that's the mudroom, I guess. And then next door to the mudroom is the sister's office. Now, this is definitely like the one room of the house that is still a little bit under construction, because recently my manager just quit his firm and now works for me full-time only, which is really fun, really fresh. We get so much work done, and I am so blessed to have him in my life. We just hired an incredible new assistant as well, and also my editor is in the process of moving out here to LA very soon, so we can work even harder.
So pretty simple office. Again, if you want to see the details, make sure you click the video, his video. There's not much going on as far as like a realtor's point of view. It's just like a room with desk and floating shelves from IKEA, black and white. So I'm just gonna skip over this room. There's not much for me to note.
A quote to live by, sisters. Here is the wine cellar, which unfortunately is still not filled up. You guys know I am a sober sister and do not drink. I really wanted to fill this with Mexican Coke bottles because they're so cute and so vintage, and I love
Sister James, but the fact that he wants to fill up that wine cellar with Mexican Coke bottles, I'm inserting a picture here. Not only is it a good way to make use of the space, number one. Number two, Mexican Coke is amazing. And three, it's very artsy of him. It's very Andy Warhol pop art of him to fill up a wine cellar with Mexican Coke. Fun and fresh. To be consistent with this video.
Also have a little bit of a severe addiction to them, but I could not find a bottle that is actually big enough that doesn't fall through these things. So if you have any suggestions, please let a sister know, because this is looking very empty and sad. Regardless, let's move into the kitchen and living room. Even though I personally do not do any cooking, well, I guess we do a little bit of baking. It's a piece of cake to bake a pretty cake. The kitchen is probably the room that we spend most time in this entire house, and I love.
His cabinets are very slick and slim. I can't see if there's any like marble ingrained on the countertops, but it would fit like perfectly well with the style of his cabinets. But if you look here, the sink is very farmhouse, so it's very, very cool to see that it's very contemporary, like new black and white and chic style, but still has a hint of the farmhouse with the kitchen sink, like almost like he designed the house to go with the architecture of the home. I don't think he ever shows us the front of the house, but I can only guess that there are some farmhouse contemporary architecture to the outside as well, just because of that sink alone. Like, I don't think he custom made that. The backsplash against the stove is subway tile. Again, modern, contemporary. You can also use it in an industrial aesthetic. That's the same subway tile that we found in Nikki and Gabby's the last time, and I told you I was surprised that it was in there because it's so very modern. So this designer, whoever put in the backsplash, stayed consistent with the design, and I'm obsessed.
We have this huge Viking professional fridge, and I thought I would show you guys it since we are pretty much fully sister stocked right now. So once we prepared our breakfast foods in the morning, we head over to the breakfast nook, which is right over here. It is just a simple round table that I got from IKEA, and just 4 of the iconic white Eames chairs. I really like these chairs for some reason. I got them because literally every single interior designer ever uses these on Pinterest boards that I was following when I wanted to decorate my first apartment, and I just kept them ever since. Mr. K and I just replaced the old light that was here with this insanely gorgeous, super black pendant light. It was gross and white encrusted before, and I think this just ties together the space so incredibly well. I just love how it looks. Behind the breakfast,
you don't feel like overwhelmed with the black or the white at all. Like, he broke everything up to where it feels balanced.
Flowing right in front of the breakfast nook, and outside we have the living room, which once again, similar to the kitchen, me and my family spend a whole lot of time in, and this is by far one of my favorite rooms of the entire house.
He has the black to kind of frame the TV. He has, again, the brick wall behind the TV to give it that industrial vibe.
Let's head upstairs and I'll show you guys where we spend most of our time at night. Now if we start heading upstairs.
So if you notice, the handrails match the color of the floors. If it was a darker shade, a lighter shade, it would have made everything feel like off. It could have been all white as well. The color of the oak that matches the floor, again, gives the space some design. You don't want like a really, really plain old house. You want some character and charm to the house. And I feel like those little touches like that, it shows that whoever designed the home really put some thought into it. If you remember the mudroom, the finish of that area was like this gray. And here we are with the built-in office cabinets and desk, and the color is consistent with that mudroom color. I'm sure the bathroom vanities have to be either this gray, black, or white. Keep that flow consistent.
First door right here is the guest room where friends and family or different people will stay. I'm obsessed.
So you can see the walls in this room are a little bit different from the living room. The paneling, again, is horizontal. The same, it matches the foyer, the entryway, the entry room with the grand piano. It's still matching that space, and it's still, one of them looks like it's all the way from ceiling to floor, and then there's another wall where it's again breaking up the wall space, because they look like there's some really like tall ceilings in there. The door is like not traditional in size.
This door right here leads to the sister studio. Come on in. As soon as I got confirmation that I was moving into this house, this room was literally the first project that I worked on, because I've always dreamt of having a room.
Again, the floors are consistent. It looks like it could be real wood, hardwood, but I would have to walk on it, of course. And again, he has the rolling blinds, the roll blinds on the windows, no curtains. Again, so far we only seen curtains in that breakfast nook area.
Beautiful black cushion bench with sisters cut out in the front, and it does have LED lights inside as well, so the sisters is glowing, which is so cool. Right here I just have my brand new pro photo.
What did I say earlier about the bathroom vanities? It was gonna be white or gray or black, and behold, we see black vanity in the bathroom. The faucet is not black, which I'm surprised. I haven't really seen that much like of that chrome style in any of the rest of the house. I think it would have been amazing to see the faucet to be black, but it would have been exactly like the kitchen, and that would have been awesome.
So much fun, and I would love to show you guys what it actually looks like and how much work goes into it, and also just let my nerd self come out and talk about the different equipment and technology. Let me know in the comments down below. But without further ado, let's head into the last and best room of the entire house, the master bedroom. Before we walk in, we have literally my favorite thing that I own in the entire world, and that is my family photo.
He's showing us his family photo, and even they're on brand. They're wearing all white. Like, he means business, and I'm obsessed with it.
Moving on, we have 2 double doors right here that lead to
Hold up.
the master bedroom.
It is not a master suite unless you have the double doors.
First type of closet, but it's just a sister and sister closet because it's literally just me living here. But this
So even the built-ins for the walk-in closets are white, very straight lines, very sleek, very minimal.
So walking out of the closet, we get to the actual master bedroom, which is literally my favorite area in the entire house. I could not imagine this coming out literally any better, and I am so...
So look at the wall behind his bed. He has the paneling going vertically this time. The thing about having the paneling going up and down, it's gonna make the ceilings look even taller and longer than they already are. They're already big. I think it would look super cool if the bed frame bars would go super tall, just to like really go with the paneling behind him. Less is more, and James is killing it.
Coming over this way, speaking of having boys and other friends over, in the middle of the bedroom is this beautiful living space, which I am so excited about because obviously I did not really know what to put in here because there was literally just a poof in here before. But since there was so much space, Mr. Kate and Joey suggested that we should make it into a kind of like formal living room in the bedroom, and I love how it turned out. Oh my god, I feel like this just looks like so good. The couch, this side table, both of these chairs, and the acrylic coffee table that was once downstairs were all from CB2, and I love how this area all came together. Now there is so much...
Long behold, what do we have here for the texture by the fireplace? The white brick. Framing the TV, framing the fireplace, the brick gives us some texture, but again, consistent with the one in the dining room. So there's an acrylic coffee table in his room. It just reminded me that I seen a grand piano that was made out of that material, that clear acrylic. I have to post a photo here to show you guys how dope it would be, and that would be amazing if, well, that's a brand new piano, but if James had this acrylic grand piano, it would go perfectly. You guys want to add style to it, but just keeping it tying it together.
That's true, but it's okay. We're just gonna forget about it and move on and hope that the YouTube quality saves us. That is pretty much all of the master bedroom all complete. And last but not least, let's head into the master bathroom where I get to...
And if we can look at the vanity in the bathroom, what did I say? It was gonna be white, black, or gray, and long behold, again, we have the gray vanity. Now this time they had the faucets in here black to match the faucet in the kitchen, and look at the handles on the vanity. They're that chrome. So the chrome faucet in the other bathroom really did tie in together some way, somehow. Look at the tile flooring in this bathroom. Oh, I'm surprised that they didn't put this like style on the kitchen countertops, because it would have went perfectly well. This is the only space in the entire house where I recall seeing any of this marble style. Even the floor tile extends all the way into the wall of the shower. It just flows. And the fact that the shower has the glass doors all the way around, again, makes the space look bigger and more open concept in the bathroom. So that concludes James Charles's furnished home tour. I'm overwhelmed. I mean, this home is perfect, guys. Congratulations, James. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. Visit my website if you have any questions, and let me know who else's home you want me to react to. Let me know below. And until next time, bye-bye.